good everyone? It's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the Jordan Tatum 3 performance review. Alright, first things first, I do find it a little bit odd because I do believe the Tatum 2 released less than a calendar year ago, and we're getting his third signature shoe already. Now, does that have to do with poor performance or poor sales? I'm not sure, but I was pretty startled to see that these were coming out so soon. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. But as always, starting at the bottom of the shoe with the Jordan Tatum 3, you do have this kind of herringbone traction pattern near the toe, and then this wave pattern that moves its way down. It does have a translucent toe, and then kind of a solid translucent portion near, and then a solid rubber portion near the middle, and some more of that translucent rubber at the back of the shoe. Now, how this traction pattern performs on clean floors is awesome. It sticks really good to the floor. Lateral movements, linear movements, you will be good to go in the Tatum 3. I did bring these once to a dirty floor, like really dusty, and they did slip out once or twice, but as long as you're wiping, you'll be good to go. On those plays where I kind of slid out a little bit, I hadn't wiped in 5 or 6 minutes. So as long as you're keeping up with your wiping, the traction on these, in my opinion, is the best out of his series thus far on his third signature shoe. So I do think you'll be good to go. As far as outdoors go, the grooves are pretty deep and pretty widespread. So I do think you could get away with these outdoors. Keep in mind, these retail for like 125 or 130 USD. So I would wait for these to go on sale. But overall, this is a very reliable traction setup, and that's why they're going to score an awesome 8.5 out of 10. Now, as far as the cushioning goes, we've basically been getting a different setup in each shoe. I believe in the first shoe we had forefoot zoom, and then we had air strobel in the second shoe, and now in his third shoe, we are getting a Cushlon 3.0 midsole, which is very soft and kind of really elastic underfoot. It has a very nice bounce with every step. And then in the forefoot, you can kind of see it here in the forefoot, but you are getting a bottom loaded zoom airbag, which in my opinion, I didn't feel a ton underfoot. I do think it was a bit of a mishap or step with Jordan brand putting it as a bottom loaded unit, because you can't really feel it underfoot. And I think that kind of just eliminates the purpose of that zoom airbag. But overall, it is a very well balanced cushion setup. For the price point, you're really not getting anything special. You know, Cushlon 3.0, it does have some more of like plastic or ETPU style feeling underfoot. It's a really nice cushioning system, but again, foam compounds do compact over time and become more dead. So that is one thing to note with this model right here. Heel to toe transition was nice. I just wish that forefoot zoom airbag was top loaded. It is a decent setup for most playstyles in my opinion, and that's why it's going to score a decent 7.5 out of 10. As far as the fit goes with this model right here, I stay true to size, and the length is good, but it's pretty narrow here right in the forefoot. I did kind of feel like my foot was spilling over the side of the footbed just a little bit when I did have these on foot. So if you are a wide footer, I would recommend trying these on foot in store or just going up half a size. But as far as the length goes, my toe is right near the end of the shoe, and that's where I like it. I don't like any dead space within my hoop shoes, so my foot can slide around. Once these did break in though, they did kind of fit like a glove or a second skin on foot, and that's what I like within a basketball shoe. So I did enjoy the overall fit on the Jordan Tatum 3. Just keep in mind, if you are a wide footer, I would recommend trying these on before ordering them online. I did enjoy the setup and the fit. The tongue is gusseted midway down, so it's not really going to move anywhere on you. And you do have decent padding at the back of the shoe. So all things considered, I would have to give this a pretty solid 8 out of 10 as far as the fit goes. As far as the materials go, like, this is what we've come to know and, in my opinion, not love from the brands right now. You are kind of getting a ton of textile materials, some mesh materials around the back of the shoe. It is a little bit crispy here at the toe box. Running up the tongue, you do have this mesh material, which is very breathable. This material does get the job done. It's very minimal on foot and really takes no time to break in. I just wish they would kind of give us some raw materials with leather, suedes, or nubucks, but you're really not getting any of that here on the Tatum 3. It's pretty much all mesh or synthetics running throughout. So not that it's a bad thing, but again, keep in mind the shoe is 125 or 130 USD, so they're kind of keeping the cost down with cheap materials. You do have some reinforcement here on the eye stay with some fuse rands running throughout. It does get the job done like some other aspects of the shoe. It's just really nothing premium, so keep that in mind with the Tatum 3. Could you bring these outdoors? I'm sure you could. I do think this would rip through pretty quickly on the concrete, but as far as the materials go, I do think it's adequate for what you're getting. It's a decent bang for your buck basketball shoe. So as far as the materials go, I would have to give these a decent 7 out of 10. As far as the support features go on this shoe, now there are some aspects of the support features that I really like and some that I don't really care for. But as always, starting at the back of the shoe, you do have this TPU internal heel counter, which definitely gets the job done as far as keeping your foot locked in at the back of the shoe. Now moving your way down from that, you do have this rubber cup portion that does wrap up the lateral wall right here. So on any hard lateral cuts, this kind of keeps your foot on the footbed and preventing it from spilling over. Now where I did have some problems is right here, this green portion, and right here at the midfoot. That is Cushlon 3.0, which is very soft, and it kind of wraps under the shoe here a bit. So on some hard lateral cuts, my foot was kind of teetering over when I was making those cuts, and it made it feel a little bit unstable underfoot. You get more of that Cushlon 3.0 right here on the medial side. It's pretty uncaged. You do have some rubber portions wrapping up on the medial side here, but I just found a little bit of instability from side to side with just that Cushlon kind of foam wrapping up the side of the shoe. It was really nothing hampering, but just something I noticed on my movements. At the bottom of the shoe, you do have a decently wide and stable base in the forefoot. Keep in mind there is no shank plate within this shoe, so it does contort a bit. Would I say it's unstable or not rigid enough for your arch? No, not at all. If you do need something a little bit more supportive underfoot, throw a Move insole in the shoe and you will be good to go. The supportive features on this shoe are adequate, and I really had no hiccups other than that Cushlon 3.0 wrapping up the side of the shoe. I'm gonna have to give the support on the Jordan Tatum 3 a pretty good 8 out of 10. As far as the weight goes on this model, again, this is a US size 10.5, and these do come in at 13.3 ounces. So all things considered, for my size and in hand and on foot, this is a pretty lightweight basketball shoe. So that's gonna do it for today's performance review on the Jordan Tatum 3. Now, would I recommend this shoe? I actually would recommend this shoe, but once it's on sale. I don't think this shoe is worth the price of admission for the retail price of around $130. Now, there are some pretty cool kind of design features and just stuff on the shoe that really speak to Jason Tatum and his game. I just don't think it's worth the price of retail admission. I do, however, think this is his best signature shoe thus far. The traction is pretty nice on court. Really no hiccups there. That bottom loaded Zoom airbag, I wish it was top loaded or a Zoom Strobel at the forefoot. That would have made this shoe almost a perfect setup for the price point. Materials are really cheap. Support is decent, just other than that Cushlon wrapping up the side, kind of making it a little bit teetery on those hard lateral cuts. And keep in mind, the shoe is very lightweight and pretty breathable as well. So all things considered, I do think this is a pretty good hoop shoe. My only issue with a lot of these shoes right now on the market is there's too many signature shoes. I'm kind of getting like signature athlete fatigue as far as all the people Jordan Brand and Nike have, not to mention all the other brands that have signature athletes nowadays. I just don't think it really caters to a lot of players, and honestly, who's buying this shoe at retail for the most part? Other than people that are reviewing it or die-hard Jason Tatum fans. Would I recommend this shoe? Again, yes I would once it's on sale. Absolutely, it is his best signature shoe this far. That's gonna do it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.